lose sight, because if we only have one meeting a week, I think it's going to be too easy to get lost in between them.
Yep.
Even if everybody can't make them every time.
Yeah, which is, again, that's cool too, because if we can't, if we got recordings and notes, as long as we get like
recordings and notes, bullet points, absolutely.
Yep, as long as we got like the major key elements out of each meeting. If anybody has something that, an assignment or like something we need somebody specific to work on, we communicate that to them, get the notes, whatever. I think would be good.
And major hats off to everybody that's in this right now. This is our official, I want to say, 4th meeting, where like we've really stuck to our time. We've really jumped on this call, and if we really stay on this momentum, this has just become normal for us, and we can really succeed.
Yeah, no, we actually getting into it now.
Yeah. So 9:15. It's 9:15. No taker in. We lit. Everybody's up and running. We talking about project squad. All right. So I've been rocking with some ideas. I want to start writing some ideas. I'm gonna mute my phone and I'm gonna talk last because I'm the note taker. Anybody want to take notes? Feel free to take notes. Send them through. It's a team effort. Nobody's running shit. All right, muting my phone. I want to hear some ideas. Kick it off. Craig?
Yes. So for the project, we talked about doing a webpage. Hey, Marika. So we talked about doing a webpage and then having either separate sections or pages or whatever for each member to do like a bio. So that'll give you like your own little sandbox to play with as far as the structure of that page. Is everybody still cool with that being the focus of the first project? I think we don't want to create a monster on the first one. I think if we just keep it basic and simple, when we're done with that project, hopefully within even a few weeks, then that'll get everybody on the same page to be using a code editor, HTML, CSS, and GitHub. What do you guys think of that?
I think that's a great start, especially because GitHub is going to be what we need from beginning to end, so everybody will have that ability to track their work. So knowing how to do that up front, is going to be super important. Sorry, I was just saying hi. No worries. But yeah, working GitHub and knowing all the different facets of Git or whatever else that is connected to that. I think I was talking to Andrea Renika earlier, and I was talking about that being super important from the beginning.
So what I was thinking is, this Saturday we've got the Zoom meeting all set up. Hopefully you guys can all make it. I am going to record it. I am going to post it on my YouTube channel. And then Marcus, are you gonna put the Zoom meetings on the squad's YouTube channel?
I can record it as well. Whether I get it from you or I record it on my end, however we need to do it, I can definitely upload that as well.
So Marcus and I talked earlier, just real quick, so you guys know what we're talking about. He's going to create another YouTube channel that is specifically Barcode. So he's going to post these meetings so people can go and hear them. And then any Zoom events that we do, we're going to put them on there too. So not only for Barcode members to be able to go and see those, I'm also going to be putting them on my YouTube channel. So they're going to be out there for other CK people aside from us to be able to go and watch these events as we get them lined up, because the main focus is pulling this knowledge and these people to speak for you guys, for us as a group, and then CK in general, anybody else that's a member of the app is welcome to also view that stuff. But the primary focus is designing those events based on what we need as a group, which you guys want.
I love it. Okay. I just want to add to those ideas. Thanks, Marcus, for setting that up. Pertaining to our group project, I think that it's crazy because I haven't spoken to Marcus today, but I think that we were thinking similarly. I was thinking that maybe each one of us could do maybe a 30-second video expressing why our squad is of importance to us in this journey, and then creating a video for our group project to add to our webpage.
You can do that. You can embed video. It's possible to do that. If that's what you guys want to do, have
But now that there's a YouTube set up, I think that maybe that'll be super ill for YouTube.
Well, I tell you what, not to here I go again. I feel like I'm hogging the floor, but I was just speaking to Marcus before the meeting, and I was actually going to ask you guys. I was going to do it toward the end of the meeting, but I was going to ask if you would all be interested in doing an interview with me, also. And I was going to come up with 4 or 5 questions that I was going to ask every single person, and then get you to answer. Every single person answered the same questions, and then I was going to do videos on my channel, which I obviously can share with the Barcode channel. That'll basically be so what made you decide to join a boot camp, as an example, and then it'll be show Marcus, and then Marcus will be well, I in my life I've been doing this and this and this. Perfect. And then it'll go to Juanita, and I could do a series of those where instead of trying to cram everybody into one video, I could do about 5 of them and just split everybody up and do a video with 3 of us and 3 of us. And 3 of us.
Yeah, same thought, same line of thought. Perfect.
If you guys are interested, if nobody's interested in doing that, don't feel pressured that you have to. But if you're comfortable doing it, it'll be as simple as going into Discord, doing a little video call with me. I basically talk to you for a few minutes. I record it. I ask you a few questions, and then I will do all the editing and put them together. So if anybody isn't interested in doing that and does not want to have anything to do with it, please let me know. If not, I'll probably be reaching out to everybody to schedule those.
So I'll say let's put it up on the Trello board and get it scheduled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
So project 1 is going to be squad website, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to save it as that for now. Well,
It's in Trello.
yeah, on Trello, I'm just going to save it there so it's listed. So squad website is under. Let's tell you what, we're going to put it over here. Are you guys on Trello right now? If you're not, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to bring Trello up if you can. And you'll see me moving this stuff around. And then project 2, we're going to call it video interviews with Odin. Okay. Okay, so video, and we'll put that over here as available. And okay, then trying to think one more thing, and then I'm gonna mute my mic, and I'm just gonna shut my mouth so you guys get to actually say some stuff. I want to wait till after Saturday before we start the webpage project, at least. That'll give you guys all a couple of days to kind of brush up on some basic HTML stuff that we're going to need probably starting next week. But also after my friend German does this HTML, because that nav bar that he's going to be showing us, we're going to be using one of those for our website. So that'll give everybody a chance to see him make one and explain how to do it and why to do it. So next week when we go to make the nav bar for our page, we're going to be basically implementing one of the 3 things that he's going to have. I think he's doing a drop down nav bar. I'd have to look. He's got 3 different examples of nav bars he's going to show us. Okay. And if you don't know what a nav bar is, basically when you bring up a website, that little list, that little area up toward the top that says like home, about us, contact us, tech support, whatever, up there. How to make those when you click on them and they go to a different section of the website, why they do that, how they do that. He's going to show us how that happens. Okay.
And honestly, I also think too, we should definitely go over GitHub as well before we actually start, so we can have that on the way. So what we're working on can start going into the progress of what we're doing. I'm gonna do my own research.
If you guys are interested, his thing is going to be at 6:00 Eastern. When it is over, if anybody wants to meet up with me, I will dedicate a couple hours after that on Saturday evening if you guys are around, and we can meet up and talk about either whatever is important that you want to talk about, or I can show you some GitHub stuff.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I definitely want that GitHub.
Yeah. So hit me up after the Zoom meeting. We'll be on Discord, and anybody else listening, if you're interested in seeing not only how to create a GitHub, you guys should all have one by now, but if not, if you're new or whatever, we'll make sure we help you get one. Make sure we're all following each other on GitHub. And then I'm going to show you just some basic stuff of how you clone, how you pull stuff off of GitHub, how you can add stuff, save it, and then push it back, and how that works and how I use it. Like I use GitHub with Gitbash. There are some other kind of easier automated ways to do it, but I have heard that employers frown on that. They want you to do the nitty gritty on the GitHub. They don't want you taking shortcuts on some of that. They want you to understand how GitHub works. So anybody interested in that, stick around after the Zoom meeting on Saturday, or message me on Discord or on the app or wherever you want to do it. Just let me know you're interested, and I'll make sure to include you. And I'm going to mute my mic now, and you guys talk.
I will also add that to the project list as well, or meetings, however we need to put it on
there. The GitHub thing for Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Okay. So just especially moving forward, everybody needs to be involved. I want to hear everybody's voice. Everybody got to say something. Everybody got to give us an update. What's new? What's going on? These meetings have got to be so uniform. So what's up? Come on, people, talk to me.
Well, I'm for sure interested in the GitHub stuff. So.
Okay. Me too. Definitely need to. I need to get introduced to GitHub, because I was looking actually at the Thinkful curriculum, and they mentioned GitHub and GitHub being very used in their curriculum as well. So I definitely need to familiarize myself. So.
Did Marisha say she is or is not interested?
It is.
No, I'm for sure interested. That's a yes. I'm interested.
I was typing away and I was like, did she just say I am not interested in GitHub? And I was like,
oh my God, no.
I was like, what? Okay. Sorry.
No, I've had a GitHub for some time, but I use it, but I don't really ever quite know if I'm doing it correctly. I just know I can go back and look at it, but I don't know all the ins and outs. Like for sure, I have no clue.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm kind of curious about like how we're all going to work on it as a team, like how it's all going to tie with each other as we start our project next week. That's what I'm kind of looking forward to.
I can help with that.
Okay.
I'm like this. I'm like the little paper clip that used to be on Windows. It just pops out like I have the answers. Part of using GitHub as a team is learning how to clone, how to set. God, my vocabulary is limited right now. You can set it up to where you allow other contributors to a repo. So, like, say I make a repo, Squad's website, and then I allow you to be a contributor. Then you can go pull up Squad's website, all the code I have for it. You can clone it. Boom. Now it's on yours. You can bring it up on your code editor, which I'll show you how. You make changes on it or you add to it. And then when you send it back up to GitHub, whatever you changed gets added to the original. As a group, you divide different tasks up. And as long as we don't conflict with what we're doing, as long as you don't go to the section that's for like Caleb's bio and don't type a bunch of stuff in there about you, it shouldn't overwrite or mess up what he's done. You'll have your own sections to work on, and we can kind of go over that. We'll kind of section it off to where, from here to here, this is your little sandbox. And as you make changes and it's added back, think of it like I've got a big 3-ring binder paper, like a notebook, right? And I write in that notebook, and then you take it over to the copy machine, make a copy, go over to your desk, you add a bunch of stuff to it, and then you bring it back over to me, and then I can copy what you've added into that notebook. And the notebook is the original repo that's going to stay true. Whatever you're working on is what you pull away, work on, bring back, and then it's kind of merged back with the original. Does that help?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah, in theory, I think I get it, but I still don't understand the functionality of it, like actually putting it into practice.
Well, we're gonna learn that all together because number one, it's something we all need to know. We need to learn. We're going to use it.
For sure.
You got a job, you're going to use it. I believe in the boot camps, you're going to use it a lot. So I feel like the more we know, the better we're going to be prepared. Go ahead.
From the top, I'd like to know what code editor everyone is using. I'm going to take a note on that. I have a list of names from the top. Feel free.
Well, I know I'm going to be using Visual Code Editor at this point, so.
So Marcus, you using Visual Code Editor?
Isn't that what it's called? The one we was doing the other day?
The one I showed you the other night is Visual Studio Code.
Yeah.
Be careful. There is another one. There is another one called Visual Studio. They're both made by Microsoft. I prefer Visual Studio Code.
Okay.
Visual Studio Code. This is Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel's using Visual Studio Code. Okay.
Forward, I'll be using it too. It's Renika.
Sorry, Renika, what was that?
Visual Studio Code.
Visual Studio Code, Renika.
I'm also using Visual Studio Code.
Good.
Who's that?
That was Cap.
Tap?
Yeah.
Tap, what are you using?
Visual Studio Code.
Okay. Andrea?
She's muted. I think she's typing in the room, so she may type it in the room.
Marcia? Full Stack Sponge?
Visual Studio Code. Yep.
Visual Studio Code. I'm using Visual Studio Code. Mr. Stark, Visual Studio Code. Reese?
Yep. Visual Studio Code. They use it with Lambda School. So if anybody going to Lambda School, that's what they use.
Oh, so right on point. See, I knew something was right about that. Thanks, Craig.
Yeah.
Tasha?
Visual Studio Code.
Nice. So everybody's using the same. And Renika, what was that?
Visual Studio Code.
Nice. So everybody's using the same. So we lit.
Juanita, you remember the other night? Remember the other night we were talking about it, and you showed that website that showed the top 10 suggested editors, and I was like, what the? Why isn't VSC on there? See, so good stuff. That's awesome. So we're all using the same one, so that's going to make it a lot.
Using the same ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that'll help understand the theory behind GitHub.
Right.
So,
and, like Microsoft bought it as well. They bought GitHub. So you have full integration with, GitHub with using Visual Studio Code.
I was just about to ask about that. Like, is that going to be part of the tutorial?
What the web, the Zoom thing this Saturday is not going to have any of that in it. But if we meet up and we talk about using GitHub, and especially if I may do a Zoom event myself, that I'm going to be the one being the guy up, showing people stuff. I was thinking about doing one with GitHub, and if you're using Visual Studio Code, I believe you can. I have to check on it and see if there's something you have to install, an extension or something. But there's a way to link your GitHub to the Visual Studio Code to where you can go right on your code editor and click on things, and it will push and update your GitHub instead of having to go over to the terminal or go to Git Bash or somewhere and go in and have to type, git add or
yeah. There is a Git extension on there, but I didn't want to add any extensions that I didn't fully understand.
Yep, you have to be very careful when you start. If you've got it and you haven't used it very much, it's real easy to go in there like a kid in a candy store and be like, "Oh, this extension looks cool. I'll click this, click this."
Oh no, I only have 2 extensions.
Yeah, only add them based on you needing them now, and you get used to them. Because if you add too many, sometimes they'll conflict or they'll overwrite one another or stuff like that. And you don't need anything for, Python or something right now until you do Python or whatever. Flatiron, people doing Flatiron, I recommend you check out what it's going to take. You actually have to install Ruby on your computer. You go through the learn.co to do it through their stuff. But if you want to start doing it on your own computer, your computer probably doesn't have Ruby already. So you want to check out what it's going to take to actually put Ruby. It's a free download. I will try to find the link for that. But anybody doing Flatiron, I think you're going to want to make sure you get that on your computer too. So, what's next? So much for me not to.
So now that we know the game plan for the code editor, how are we gonna? I think the next thing to do once we get familiar with GitHub, how are we gonna be figuring out pairing? How are we gonna be figuring out who's working with who on what for the elements of the webpage?
I have a suggestion for that too.
Okay.
You could do it kind of like the Final Four, Sweet 16, whatever. Take the person with the most experience, put them with the person with the least, and narrow your way back to the middle to where every pair, if you're going to pair people up, is more or less equal.
Even, yep. Okay.
Instead of putting is that okay?
No, I completely agree. That's what I was saying our last meeting with that, and kind of focus it on doing it. I would say, like, since there's different sections, obviously it's 3 sections. We got JavaScript, you got HTML, you got CSS. And as we put people in those positions or whatever to be able to help or teach or however we're going to do it, to kind of switch.
I was going to say, I think for this site, it's just going to be a static site, right? So we're not going to need we shouldn't need any JavaScript.
So just straight HTML and CSS?
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's not like we're putting a shopping cart or a vlog or anything like that on it. I mean, it's just going to be pretty much several pages or like sections that will be divided into pages, and there'll be a landing page, your main home page, first thing you see. Marcus has been working on a really cool barcode animation. If you guys haven't seen it, maybe we can implement that to where when you go to the web page, that's the first thing you see.
The landing. Yeah, that'll be the landing image.
So yeah, I think once we figure out how many pages we're gonna make, and then at that point, the separate groups in general, for each page you work on a different thing. So you'll obviously work on 2 pages.
Let's take a note on everyone's experience, so we know how we're gonna set up the peers.
Yeah, because some of the group, from what I understand, I was talking before, there's a couple of people that have already started a boot camp. There's a couple of people that are enrolled to start in boot camp, and then there's a few people that are kind of brand new as far as they haven't, aside from working on prep courses or pre-courses, they haven't really maybe ever actually wrote a program or done an app before. Is that accurate or is that fair?
Has anybody not written any code or don't know HTML or CSS?
So I consider myself very beginner. I mean, I've done the prep work, and that's really the extent of my experience.
Andrea is a beginner.
I'm the same. I'm on the same page. Like I've done prep, but I'm not in completion of any prep. So
okay. So I think a good place to pen this. Like I was gonna just throw this out there because I already did it on the Trello board. I put a comment and put that on like entry level, and that way we got a visual. So now we can start making the kind of breaking down the groups off of there, just so we can all see it at the same time. Since we are going to use the Trello board as pretty much is our group planner, like our whole agenda.
Right.
To make it real easy.
Where did you make that section at?
So I just went to my name. So you'd have to click on individuals' names, I guess. But I just went in there and I put under my activity, I just put in a little description and put that I'm entry level in coding, and then I guess I can even specify to say.
Won't you do this then, so we can look at it in a snapshot under the BA squad for the members? We can take a list, create a list right there, and then just kind of put. Ultimately, it sounds like maybe you as well as Andrea may have the least experience in this aspect, and then everybody else, because I have an understanding of CSS and HTML, but I haven't gotten to the place where I'm comfortable with framing the page, if that makes sense, within the CSS aspect. So that's where I lack in that skill set. At least that way.
Something like that. If you're on the website, like put the name and then your level. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, but you can put it directly in instead of putting it in a completely different little section. You can go directly into the add comment section of BA Squad, or we can do it in the one you just made. Either way it goes. And then put everybody directly in that one section.
Do one better if you want. I can make labels that have colors on them, and I can tag each card with the colors. So, like maybe blue is HTML, pink is CSS, or whatever. If you want me to do something like that. And this
is on Trello, or is this
on Trello?
Are Craig? You're talking about it from the end of what the person needs to work on, or
what they feel comfortable working on, maybe. Maybe color tag, like if you're comfortable with HTML, give you a blue tag. If everybody's got a blue tag, that's great. If you're comfortable with CSS, you get a pink tag. If you're comfortable with JavaScript, you get a green tag or whatever. We can do it to where nobody pushes you into a project or a group if your colors don't line up with what is involved in that project. What do you think of that?
Or do the colors as what you need assistance with, then, I would say. Because then we can go based off of, okay, well, this person needs assistance with CSS, so I can join this group, and we just coordinate who with the experience is joining that group for the person.
I almost wonder if it'd be better to put somebody, like, say somebody that's got a little bit more experience with CSS, maybe pair them with somebody who doesn't.
Right,
so
that's
they
what
can
I'm saying.
Lean on each other. HTML, somebody that feels pretty confident in HTML, but somebody that's not confident,
Right, that's what I'm saying with the color, so we'll know who needs help where, versus knowing where they're comfortable at. Pretty much same thing, just reversing while we're putting the colors up. Like, this is what I need help on. I need help with JavaScript or that. And then you can identify.
We could also do like a 1 through 5 rating, and you could rate yourself like on a scale from 1 to 5. Where do you feel like you are? Like 1 being a total beginner, 5 being confident enough to make your own small app.
I think the colors is probably the best way. Easier representation.
Well, I thought we could do 5 colors. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just talking here.
Yeah, I think I think just to keep it on the level of this is what I need help with. That'll be a quick, easy identifier.
Say that again, Cap. To CSS right now. No real JavaScript at this point.
I'm gonna check some here. Okay, so see the little blue line on me?
Yep.
See, and I can go. So here's what you can do if you want. Go under your own card. Okay, and bring up your own card, and on the right it says add to card. It says labels.
Yep.
Hang on, what's this checklist? That's kind of cool. I don't know, man, there's so much to do on here. Okay, I'm deleting that. So go to labels and then put a check mark next to. I want to just make this easier. Just use the top 5 colors. So green, yellow, orange, red, purple.
Yep.
And
you can label each color then.
Let's do them in order. Like, okay, so green is HTML because it's the first one, right? So if you feel like you need help on HTML, put the green bar. If you feel like you need help with CSS, oh, there you go. Thank you, whoever did that. Or you can do, you want to do beginner, HTML, CSS, however you guys want to label them. Whoever's doing that, keep doing that.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Right.
So, yeah, okay, perfect. CSS, yellow.
I think somebody changed the HTML one.
Go.
Whoops.
Yeah, whichever way you want to label them. And then everybody go on your own card. Everybody go on your own card and put whichever colors apply to you of something you feel like you need to learn. I mean, hell, you can do beginner, intermediate, advanced, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and you could just put like whatever those apply to you. And why does the last one say Craig Wadding? I don't remember. Sorry, here. There, blue's free. Light blue's free now. So, everybody flowing with this okay? Are we making sense? Or anybody lost or disagree with while we're doing this, or have a better idea?
Are we putting it for what we're comfortable in, or what we need assistance with?
I'd say what we need assistance in.
Yeah, I think that's a better route to go.
It's truthy or falsely, whichever one we want to go with. You guys decide.
It should be what you're comfortable with. I mean, that makes more sense to me.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but
okay. So then we just So if you're empty, then that means you got work to do. That makes more sense. Yes, it does.
Is this the part where we erase the whole chalkboard and start over? Like,
no, we got it. We're work in progress. We're work in progress. We figured it out.
How are you adding these colors and lines?
All you got to do is this point,
go to the card that has your name on it,
and just click on it.
It should open up a big box.
Okay.
And then on the right side, you'll see where it says labels. And all you got to do is go down that list and click which ones you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
Cool. There we go. Yeah, now it's all coming together. Yeah. So once we get this full list, then we can kind of piece together the groups and break everybody off.
Check out Tasha over there with the JS.
Go, girl. Change the label. This is not what I'm comfortable with.
Okay, go back to the colors and you just click them again. You see little check marks? Just click them again and the check mark goes up.
I'm good with
HTML. I was like, sweet.
Now we're ultimately, I would say maybe the other colors, we're ultimately still going to need something so we can look at somebody's page and be like, to be more specific is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I don't really know how to mark mine because, I mean, I know the rules, but I haven't actually built it.
Right. So that's why I'm saying, that's why I was saying we have to have something where it's a color like, okay, I know CSS, but like I said, I'm not good at framing. So there's pieces within the CSS realm that I don't understand, if that makes sense.
Like I've done tutorials and stuff. I get the answers right, but you know, it's different when you actually, you know.
Hey, one thing we got to be careful of in here as a whole from the beginning is imposter syndrome is real. We want to have confidence. If you feel like you got a decent idea of it, put the color down. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? We're here for each other. We're gonna if you need help, we're gonna help each other. But if you're like completely like I've never typed a word of CSS, I wouldn't put the letter. But if you've done it like in tutorials, I'd say go ahead and put it.
Yeah, I've done it in tutorials.
Mm-hmm. Let's do this. We got confidence here. We're gonna do this.
Yeah, I like that.
There's no imposter syndrome allowed zone.
I like that. So yeah,
we're all here to learn. We're gonna do it, and if we need help, you know what? You can always take the color off later.
There you go.
Sounds good.
I am not an expert in HTML, CSS, or JavaScript. I know how to code it. It might look like crap.
Yeah, it definitely looks like shit. Even when I was helping a couple people with it, but I was able to show them.
That's why we are here.
I was gonna say I was able to at least.
I'm super comfortable with the HTML. I'm working on getting my CSS up to mastery. I don't have much of a comfort level or experience at all at this, for that matter, in JavaScript.
Once we start doing it, especially when we're coding together and we're watching and we see it work together, you're gonna be like, you're gonna have those little epiphanies, those little oh shit moments, and you're gonna be like, okay, it makes sense now. Yeah, I did it in a tutorial, but I did it on their code editor. But here I am typing it, coding it from scratch myself. And when I change this, it changes that. This is the best way to learn. This is we're not watching the food channel. We're actually in the kitchen. We're chopping it up, we're cooking it. It's either going to taste good or it's going to taste like garbage. And we got to try it again.
So can we make a tab specifically for I know we got one for projects in general, but also have a tab, like I think we kind of put it on projects, but to kind of separate it, make another card probably and put like learning
for what?
For like actual things that we're trying to learn. So for the next few weeks, we know we're going to be learning GitHub instead of putting it an actual project, because it's technically not a project. It's actually us learning for HTML, CSS, and then GitHub. So those are the three things we're actually learning about, instead of putting it under a project per se.
I mean, it depends on how you guys want to do this Trello board, because if we try to cover every aspect of everything that we're all going to try to do, I don't know if this board's going to be so crazy we won't even be able to tell what's what. I don't know. Are you talking about like, because all of us should be doing either prep course, pre-course, or be doing the coursework in a boot camp right now, right? So we all should have plenty of stuff to be working on.
Right, but I guess I'm saying from well, maybe we don't need it. We just set up time frames when we're actually going to work together. But I'm just saying from a perspective of what we're actually learning that we need to study together.
Almost need maybe use that, put that on calendar or something more than a posted.
Yeah, that's fine.
More than a word. I was thinking that could actually be a part of the meetings too. Honestly, I mean, if we, because obviously, I don't think we'll always fill up our full hour with just projects. That's kind of my whole idea was we can have open floor. Anybody with anything going on, even if we are just in the middle of projects. If somebody was working on something that they could think of and it comes to mind, hey, just bring it up. We'll figure it out right here and now. That'll be a part of the practice getting built into us working on the project.
Will we do that then, or I thought we had weekends in general? From we was talking about with Nita too. Weekends like Saturdays. That would be our like actual training sessions. I guess you could say.
Okay. That works too.
I'm gonna make a screenshot.
Time.
I'm going to make a screenshot of the Trello board for a different group I was working with a few months ago, and just give you an idea of like some of the stuff they had on their board. If you want to see it, I'll put it in Discord chat. We were making an entertainment rating app, and this was the Trello board we were using. That's kind of what it looked like. So basically, this board is almost whatever you want to set it up to be. It's just, like I said, a giant cork board. So there's not necessarily the right or wrong way to do any of it.
Right.
It's just whatever we want to put on there to keep track of what we're doing.
Okay.
It's like I use this thing called Notion for my clients. I don't know if you ever heard of Notion, but it's an organizer.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like this, you get to move it around.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to put it on here. So,
I guess that's what I was trying to say on my end for the classwork, like have class assignments and then put on there, HTML, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And then on the calendar, we can put the days that we're actually going to work that, but we can check that work off as this is what we've studied together so far, type of thing.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Does that make more sense, Craig, to you as well?
What's that? Say that one more time.
I said I guess the best way to look at it, like on here, they have development. So the classwork that we're working on, such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, we have it on there as discussions that we need to have for training. And then, of course, we can set the days that we want to put it on the calendar of when we're actually going to study it so we can check it off. So we have a checklist of what we're going to run through. As right now, obviously, it's very easy to do that. But I think as we go along, we're going to want to have some type of list of what it is that we're studying. Because some people are going to be studying Python. Some people are going to be studying JavaScript at the beginning. Some people are going to be studying different things.
Well,
depending on
the other thing is once our web page, that project for the website is done, then we can clear it off the Trello board too and make room for other stuff.
Right.
And by then, if we're doing other stuff too, I'm fine with that. Over here on the left, we're just under where it says members. So we can add another card. You can do a whole nother section here. Add card. There's room on here. We can definitely make a whole nother section just for what people are studying,
or even just another list, because I see they have one where already on here, I guess, where they for the need help. I didn't even realize that till just now, so we could use that.
I put it on there. It was what that was going to be is if somebody's working on a project and they're stuck, and say nobody else is online or whatever, you could drag it over to need help and put notes on it, and then say I get online, I go look at the Trello board, and it's like, Marcus needs help with what he's working on, and I bring it up, and it's in the notes. It says, added this. This isn't centering when I look at it on. When I look at this after I posted the barcode GIF or video for the barcode, but I can't get it to center, and then I could go in there and look at it and pull it. And be like, oh, here's the problem. You got the margin off a little bit, and I could adjust it, fix it, and then leave a note like, hey, man, I moved your margin around. It looks like I got it centered. Take a look, see what you think.
Right.
Right. Maybe I'm at work while you're working on it, and then when I'm working on it, you're sleeping. You can move it over to need help, and somebody else can try to take a look at it.
Right.
So I put under other. I'm just going to do this now. So from here on out until otherwise, whatever, Saturday nights from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to volunteer, devote, donate, whatever, those 3 hours to whatever the flavor of the day is.
Okay.
Whatever we need to help on, whatever somebody needs help on, I'll be willing to look at with you.
The beauty of the way you have that set up is if somebody clicks on it, they can actually just add the note on what they want to bring to the table on that.
Yep. Add a comment. I'll fill out the description. So, flavor of the week.
So it could be like a thing, maybe like either tonight. We can have that information on it, so you can have time to even be prepared if need be for whatever we're going to study that time frame. So even if you want to have, just for your sake of sanity, if you're going to be helping assist with classes, you have enough time frame in advance to where you can look at what you need to be set up for it. So it's not like you just find out the day of, and you know what I mean?
Okay, so under description, flavor of the week, what do we need to focus on? And then under comment, anybody can go in there and click on it and be like, hey, Craig, is there any chance this Saturday we could talk about blank? And somebody else can leave a comment, hey, you know what? I need to talk about that too. Or somebody else says, actually, I need help with such and such. And then we can kind of see what the general consensus is of what's the most pressing thing that we need to sit down for a couple, 2-3 hours on a Saturday evening and try to help somebody get over a speed bump. Does that sound?
I'm lost. Okay. I'm so lost. What are we talking about, folks?
The Trello board, the study sessions. You scroll over to the right, the last tab we got, the last pin.
Need help?
Is that the one?
No, he actually put it in the
no,
under
section. Other where it says Craig's study. Actually,
all the way to the far right.
Yep. Here. You might have to actually use the scroll bar at the bottom of the screen, move it over.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'm gonna rename it. It's called Study Blocks. So if somebody else wants to do the same thing, all you have to do is click add to the cart and
I
make
threw a comment under there. I threw a comment under there if you want to see it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So just anything, during the Saturday sessions that we want to bring up, we want to figure out, work on. And
I slid them over.
Come Saturday, we got a whole little catalog of work.
Yeah, I slid it over so to be more of a focal point on the page. So the other stuff would be kind of.
So there, I replied. Are you able to see it?
Oh yeah. Stop asking you the boss for me.
All right, let me delete that. Okay, so that works.
It does. It works.
Okay, so if anybody else wants to, aside from Saturday 7 to 10, or whatever, or I guess you could do it at the same time if you wanted to talk about other stuff. But if anybody else wants to set up a specific time of the week that they are available for anybody, because this is how this works, guys. This is how Career Karma works. As you climb the ladder, you reach down a rung below you, and you help the person below you come up to where you're at, right? So we're all working our way up the ladder, and no matter what spot you're on, there's always going to be somebody above you and somebody below you. So feel free to help anybody that knows less than you or needs help in something that you feel comfortable with or whatever. Dive in head first.
Okay. Daniel, do you have access to the Trello board?
Who?
Daniel.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I have it.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
Okay.
We're getting. I know it don't seem like it, guys, but we're getting stuff done. I mean, this is still progress. However you want to look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say,
bugs,
I just want to say it's definitely progress, guys, because I've been in communication with a lot of different people, and I'm actually in multiple groups. There are some groups that are still trying to coordinate actually having their first meeting, and they've had their team built just as long as we have, same day wise. So where we are organizational wise, you gotta look at it. We actually are connected to CK. We have a meeting with them this week coming up where they're gonna be a part of it as well. So even from that perspective in itself, we are well ahead of the game in regards to the team building of the structure. So it's just only going to get better from here, from my perspective. Let's see.
I pretty much told Timar and the CK coaches, like, yo, I missed that ship with FTT. I noticed, I knew all of them. And again, I repeat, man, he's like, man, y'all building a Titanic over there, for real. So they see us moving, and these little meetings that we have, and it really expounds because we talk about it on our tweets, and when we go into our meetings, we talk about it again. So shout out to every last one of y'all.
Definitely, and I've pretty much spoken with everybody. Like I said on the call, I really just say I do appreciate all of y'all for getting on the call. Some of y'all talked to well over an hour, so definitely continue to build the way we are. I really do think we're gonna build something pretty grand here for the future. Honestly,
I agree. I definitely agree. Appreciate everybody coming together and making this team, definitely little by little, piecing it together to really build a squad. Because, I get messages still daily talking about some of the squads that are coming together. People are having some issues with their squads and stuff like that. And I'm glad to see we are so far meshing pretty well, making it work the best we can.
And for anybody, definitely if you have any questions, concerns, you want something added, please be, if you don't want to do it during the call, I'm definitely always available. Reach out to me, let me know. Obviously, clearly, me, Craig.
Marcus, I got a question for you real quick.
Yeah.
And I need to jump off.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you sent out this text message. There's 2 people I don't have them saved in my phone yet, and I want to make sure I got everybody saved. And it's the number that starts with 443-366 and 331-725.
1 second. Let me pull it up. And what was the first number again?
443-366.
That's Mauricia.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is 331-725.
That's Zelaline, I believe. I don't want to say his name wrong clearly, but yeah, that's Z. Excuse me.
Z?
Yeah.
Captain Africa.
Okay.
Hey guys, what I was saying earlier about doing the YouTube video, what I would really like it to be, if you guys do want to participate, is a video of us here at the beginning and talking to you guys and documenting us talking about how you feel about this now, because then if I do another one later, then you have that comparison, the before and the after, and you'll see a huge difference in even your confidence and attitude about how you feel about why you're doing this now versus how you feel about it in a couple months even. So keep that in mind if you're interested in doing it, or weren't interested, maybe you might be. If that makes sense.
Definitely.
All right, cool.
So just let me know when you want to schedule it, Craig. I'm down. Just let me know the day and the time.
Well, go on the available projects under videos, interviews with Odin, and just leave whatever info you want there. This way I can keep it I can keep it all together there, if you don't mind.
Where's it at?
And then
okay, there it is.
Under available projects, yep.
Okay.
And what we're looking forward to is eventually in that little complete category, when we start getting stuff stacking up in there.
Yeah,
stuff
cool.
We've done.
I can do it Sunday as well. So.
Okay. I may be out of pocket a little bit on Saturday, prior to that Zoom meeting and stuff. My brother may be coming to town, bringing some stuff out of storage for me. But after the meeting in the evening, be more available for that study session and all that.
Cool. So I guess just send me, once you look on here, maybe just shoot an email or text message to the people for that day and confirm the time frame that's going to work best for you, just as a confirmation.
All right, team, I got to jump off, all right? I'll see y'all on the next one.
All right, Dan.
All right.
I'm missing something here. I'm confused.
Oh,
Who's
well,
John?
we put on here because some people put like anytime. I guess 3 of us at this point put in Sunday.
Who's John?
I don't know why it says John. That's for me.
It says your name's John 908.
I don't even know what this is.
I'm like, who's John, man? We got John.
I'm so lost on why it shows my name to be John. I'm serious as hell, bro. I don't
Wait,
know.
where are you seeing this?
Under video interviews with Odin, he typed messages as John. I'm like,
wait
a minute. I was like, okay, John, wait a minute. Who knows John? That is crazy.
Well, if John pops up again, you know it's me.
Sorry.
That is super weird.
Anybody, Renika and Reese and Tasha, I apologize. I feel like if you guys, I feel like a mic hog, and I'm sorry if you guys were trying to get in there or I talked over anybody.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, definitely fine.
Okay. As long as we got stuff to say, right? As long as I'm coming up with good information, you guys will hold back the tomatoes and the cabbages and throw them at me.
Yeah, you'd be good. Odin with the wisdom. Spread the knowledge. Brother, spread the knowledge. We all here to listen. But, hey, quick question. So I'm just read off some Twitter names. If you don't hear yours, please let me know what it is, and I'll add it to the list. Cody Caleb, Craig Wadding, Can't Get Enough, Hi, J.K. James, Harlem's First Lady, Full Stack Sponge, Cold Woman 37. Who am I missing?
Picture it.
Reese.
I put it in the room. Picture it.
Okay, please, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that works. I gotta add them.
Can you add everybody else's that you do have into the room or somewhere so I can grab it and
So,
follow them?
I'm actually about to tag everybody. If you just go on Twitter, you'll see me tag you in the Barcode Squad, the page. You can get everybody else's in this meeting right now. All their Twitter should be in that list.
Do I have? Well, you're about to tag me, so once you tag,
Yeah,
do
but
that, I'll go to
right now. Yes, there we go. Boom. There we go. I got you, Owen. I got you already. Got you. You in there, baby. You in there. All right. So, yeah, there we go. Everybody should be tagged. I share the follows all around. I'm about to go ahead, switch to my personal page, follow everybody too.
Marcus. It won't let me change my name from John, so for some reason.
It's okay. I guess that's your nickname, Marcus Jonesy John.
Yeah, that's weird as
hey man, when you get that YouTube channel made, make sure you drop a link for it in the Discord so everybody can
have availability
sub to it. Yeah, so they can add it and sub to it. Because when you get done recording this meeting, if you already haven't, then it's going to go up there. And then we want to make sure even the people that are on the CK app in our group have that too, so they got somewhere to go to listen to the meeting if they want to.
Definitely.
We can work it out.
So. I will definitely do so.
Nice.
So I plan on doing that after we get done. I'll go set up the see what I need to do to actually set up the YouTube page, because I haven't personally set one up before. I've worked on them, but I never actually set it up. So I'll definitely go ahead and do that, because I know I'm gonna have to. I'm linked to YouTube through other IDs, but I know I'm gonna have to exit out.
If you have a YouTube username, and if you don't, you can create a new one if you want. You can even create a new email address if you wanted to.
Create the email address. Definitely create the Barcode Avengers email address, and you'll automatically set up with a YouTube account.
Mm-hmm. And then you just go to the YouTube account and you click on that little video camera looking button up top, and then you can upload a video and title it and all that stuff.
Cool.
I can help you with that later once you get it made if you want. You know, I think you'll probably figure it out. But
yeah, I should be good. I should be Gucci on that end.
Sounds good. All right, so meeting adjourned. Very good. Any questions? I'm going to mute my mic, but I'm going to stay in voice chat. I'm going to take my dog out. I'm going to come back, and I'm probably going to stick around for about maybe 20, 30 minutes after that. If there's any other conversation you guys, anybody wants to have about anything code related, squad related, whatever, I'll stick around for another 30 minutes. If anybody.
Yeah, I'll be hanging out too. I'll be here.
Sounds good.
I'll be back.
Have a good night. Have a good night, guys.
Otherwise,
have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Did anybody have anything extra that they wanted to share? If not, I'll stop this recording too on the meeting.
As far as the meeting, I think we are filling out our Trello boards. We're setting up our tabs, and then next week. Now, I'm good as far as the meeting is concerned. Just tighten up these notes.
Hey, Narissa, if you ever need some help with Illustrator or anything too, let me know, because I'm pretty dope in that. I don't know if you're still on here or not, because I'm not looking at the screen, but I think she's.
Who are you talking to, Marcus?
Narissa.
Oh.
So I think we need to figure out a way to get everybody more talkative. I don't want the videos to just be the same people all the time. How we all get more inclusive.
I think it'll become so more when everybody is a little bit more comfortable. You're just gonna kind of have people that are naturally more quiet than others. In all honesty, that's just the nature of the beast. I'm actually stop this recording right quick. End of meeting.